All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. You are watching Talking Sports with Maurice. Buckle up. It's showtime.
Now here is your host of Talking Sports, Maurice.
All right. Chill out. All right. As you can see, I am back in the farm den. And let's go ahead and dive into the first team in the AFC North that I'm going to preview, which is the Pittsburgh Steelers. And first and foremost, off top, Marvel is in the building. She's back in the building as well. I was wrong about Kenny Pickett. I'm going to be frank and honest. Well, I wouldn't say wrong about Kenny Pickett. I had him on one of the lower tiers as far as with quarterbacks. You know how those tiers go, and you know how Pat Mahomes is like, he's not even near the tier and everybody else is down there. But as far as with Kenny Pickett, I would think that he would stick around with the Steelers a little bit more. I'm just going to be honest. I didn't think they was going to just, but he kind of brought it on itself though. When you have to always upgrade positions, right? You know, the Jets. Boom, Zach Wilson was there. They brought in Aaron Rodgers. All right, Kenny Pickett was with the Steelers. They brought in Russell Wilson. Ruffled his feather. I thought he was going to be a little tough. I mean, like, okay, you want to bring in Russell Wilson? Let me go ahead and try to outplay him, or I'll do something. He said no. So now he's in Philly as a backup. You could have stayed with the Steelers a bit of backup. Would you get your feelings hurt, punk? No, I don't really take a whole lot in consideration as far as with preseason play, but from what I've seen from Russell Wilson this preseason, along with Justin Fields, is like to me they're an upgrade over Kenny Pickett and Mason Rudolph for sure, for shiggity, right? But we have to trust that Mike Tomlin know what he's doing. He brought in Russell Wilson. You know, his time in Denver ran its course fast, real fast. So and he found a job in Pittsburgh. I think this whole experience with the Steelers will be different than Russell Wilson had with the Denver Broncos. As far as with Justin Fields, it's like, hey, if there's an opportunity, he's going to take it. Why not? If things don't go as planned with Russell Wilson, Justin Fields has got to be ready. This is not the end of his career. I think he's in a decent situation because, you know, Russell Wilson, he's already long in the tooth anyway. But what the Steelers do have, they got some thoroughbreds in Warner, and in the backfield, Najee Harris. I think the Steelers is going to be okay this season. Okay, and they do have 4 primetime games starting week 5 versus the Dallas Cowboys, and I can't wait to get to that damn team. If that's America's team, then I'm not American. And you know, you've seen the damn flags. Don't act like you didn't notice the damn flags. Alright? The hell with that team. Alright. The next primetime game that they have is against the Jets in week 7. And this is going to be, you know, maybe, Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, both should be healthy, ready to go. I like that matchup. I will watch that matchup. Defense, J.J. Watt, Richardson and them boys. I really think that this is going to be what you call one of them Sunday night slobber knockers. Absolutely. If I say absolutely one more damn time while I'm doing this, all right, got to get that up out of there. Week 8. Monday Night Football. Dun 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 dun. The New York Football Giants, they take on the Pittsburgh Steelers in the Steel City. All right. So now we moving and grooving. Now, and the last one is against the Browns, Week 12. And they got some pretty good matchups. But as far as with the Browns, Steelers, Browns, I'm always and forever going to watch that matchup, especially what happened a couple years ago with Myles Jarrett and Mason Rudolph. No one heard Mason Rudolph say the N-word. There's no audio that picked up. No other players heard it. That's what Myles Garrett said. I mean, not saying that he's being dishonest or misleading about the situation that, slapped it with his helmet, right? I will always and forever watch Steelers and Browns. Absolutely. Who they say they gonna beat them Bengals? Or should I say, will the real Slim Shady please stand up? What in the hell did Joe Burrow go and do? And the Bengals, they have 5 primetime games as they want to get back to having Super Bowl admirations after missing the playoffs, going 9-8 last season. Like I said, where Joe Burrow, he was out. And I really believe in the heart of my hearts that they could have made some noise in the playoffs if they would have stayed healthy. Now, going over these primetime games, it starts week 3 versus the Washington Commanders. And I think with Jaden Daniels and them boys, the Washington Commanders are going to be interesting this season. A lot of turnover, a lot of new blood. Some excitement is definitely there. Everything's exciting about the Washington except the name Commanders. The next primetime games that the Bengals will have is against the New York Football Giants, Week 6. Again, I don't really look into preseason quarterback play or just preseason period. What you really want to see is the young players out there. You do want to see some execution and trickling down the field. And Daniel Jones have not done that. Damn it. Y'all see that preseason game against the Texans? Googly muggly. Preseason, that's just ugly. You do not want that to carry on. And hopefully by early October, you need to get his shit together. Because this is it for Daniel Jones. This is it. I don't see how the Giants even put up with him this long. Oh, boy. However, in week 10, the Baltimore Ravens will be hosting the Cincinnati Bengals Thursday Night Football. Hell yeah. The weather's going to be nice. I'm going to have it jumping right. I cannot wait. Back in the farm den. Football season on the horizon. The weather's getting better. It's going to dive into the holiday season. Now, who don't like the damn holidays? I'm very big on holidays, and I've been good this year, and I cannot wait till Christmas. I cannot wait to Christmas. Speaking of December and the holidays and all that, the Cincinnati Bengals will be at AT&T Stadium taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Do I hate the Dallas Cowboys? That would be an understatement. That would be a drastic understatement. That game, week 14, Bengals do the damn thing. You damn right. You damn right. The last primetime games for the Cincinnati Bengals is going to be in week 16 versus the Dog Pound. And there's no telling, like Jack told Helen, how this will play out. What scenario, what will be on the line. Hey, I'm expecting nothing but good things from the Cleveland doggone Browns, who were 11-6 last season and had went through 5 quarterbacks. 5! Made to the playoffs with Joe Flacco. He threw an abundance of interceptions. He got sacked. But they made it to the playoffs and they went 11-6. Now Deshaun Watson is coming in, a healthy Nick Chubb. How good, how far with that defense that definitely beat my 49ers, even though it was off a missed field goal. Defense is incredible. Through that whole, that's why it's called the black and blue division. Man, come on now. Best division in football. Hands down. The best division, the most competitive division in all of the NFL is indeed the AFC North. When you go through that many damn quarterbacks and you end up in the playoffs with Joe Flacco as your quarterback, your defense lights out. And one may argue, well, there's no argument, the Cleveland Browns have the best defense in that division. You damn right. You damn right. Deshaun Watson, he's been away for a minute. Everything is good. I expect nothing but good things out of Deshaun Watson. Please stay healthy. And I mentioned black and blue division, but it also be considered a black and purple division. With Lamar Jackson, the reigning MVP. I've said some things about Lamar Jackson, and I was on point. I said, wait a minute, we done seen this before. Slow down a minute. Let him develop. He's still a pup named Scoob. Y'all out there like thinking that ain't no Randall Cunningham, ain't no Steve Young, wasn't no Michael Vick. We done seen dynamic quarterbacks with their legs. We done seen it. So that's not like this is something that we haven't seen before. Slow the hell down. I sure did say that. Slow the hell down. Now, after another MVP season, a championship experience, Lamar Jackson Lamar Jackson is an elite quarterback in the NFL. Said it. I said it. And I always knew I was gonna say it. You just had to let him progress. Let him do the damn thing. And he still can get better. A few weeks ago, I gave y'all my top 5 quarterbacks. I had Pat Mahomes number 1, and they had Lamar Jackson number 2. Shout out to the player partner on YouTube that commented and said, pretty much everything is cool for us with Pat Mahomes, but take Lamar Jackson out and scoot everybody up. I dig that. But one thing I noticed about when I talk about, Lamar Jackson progressing and going here, what I noticed last season was his appearance. If you're going to be a running quarterback, you can't be a tenderoni. Cannot be. So he didn't just pack on, just weight. He packed on muscle. And he did not lose any speed. Just like in boxing, sometimes when you move up in weight or whatever, you may lose some things. or if you move down in weight, you might lose some power. Lamar Jackson. Could have another MVP caliber season. I don't even think it's an if. If he's healthy, he's in the MVP race. How about that? Let me just be frank and honest about that. Zay Flowers, Derrick King Henry. Now I mentioned the Bengals. Contentions on this division, absolutely. Toughest division in football, absolutely. But these boys just came off. They lost against Kansas City. And Lamar Jackson got to the championship game, y'all. Mark Andrews, that defense, them corners. Spoiler alert. February come around, they got some notable games also, as far as with the Ravens. They play the Chiefs, championship rematch. Week 1, Thursday. What the hell am I going to put on the trigger? I'm going to smoke something. I'm going to smoke the hell out of something. I'm going to definitely, you know what? Don't even trip. I thought of something, but that's another time. Here we go. Week 4 versus the Buffalo Bills, slobber knocker. The Ravens? Who do you think the Ravens are? Buccaneers in week 7. That's gonna, Bengals. Week 10. The last primetime game is gonna be in week 12 versus Jim Harbaugh's Chargers. Seems like when college coaches, when they got a scandal or something sketchy going on, they gonna jump to the NFL. Pete Carroll, he did, everybody know he did. Come on now. Did Reggie Bush ever get his Heisman Trophy back? Think that they're gonna take that man's trophy like that. I wonder what happened if he didn't return it. Will it turn into a war? Will it turn into something? And thank you so much for tuning in. That was the AFC North preview. Stay tuned.